Scrooge and Marley, I believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Marley is dead. He died 7 years ago. This very night.
That is sad to hear. I'm sure he was a generous man, and that we can rely on your support in his absence, Mr. Scrooge.
He presented Scrooge with his credentials. Scrooge frowned and shook his head. Marley and he had been two kindred spirits. The word generous was not a word either of them had ever been associated with. Scrooge handed back the papers immediately.
At this festive season, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that we should make some slight provision for the poor and destitute, who suffer greatly. Many thousands are in want of common necessaries and some basic human comforts.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
And the workhouses? Are they still operating as normal?
They are still.
Are they?
I wish I could say they were not.
The treadmill and the poor law are in full vigour then?
Both very busy, sir.
Oh, I was afraid from what you said at first that something had occurred to stop them in their useful course. So I'm very glad to hear that they are operating as normal.
But they scarcely furnish a Christian cheer. A few of us are endeavouring to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat and drink and some means of warmth. We choose Christmas time because it is a time when all our hearts are more open to giving. What can I put you down for, sir?
Nothing.
Oh, do you wish to remain anonymous?
I wish to be left alone, since you ask me. That's what I wish, gentlemen. That is my answer. I don't make merry myself at Christmas. I can't afford to make idle people merry. I support the establishments I have mentioned through the taxes that I pay. That is enough.
But, sir, surely when we know people are living in poverty, we cannot just simply turn our backs on them. Some would die.
If they would rather die, they had better do that then. At least it would benefit others by decreasing the population.
But, sir...
It's not my business. It is enough for a man to understand his own business. Mine occupies me constantly. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Seeing clearly that it would be useless to pursue their point, the gentlemen withdrew. As they opened the door, carol singing could be heard. Scrooge rushed to the door.
Go away!
Scrooge shut the door. As he turned, the clock struck the hour. Scrooge looked at the expectant clerk, who snuffed out his candle and put his hat on.
You'll want the day off tomorrow, I suppose.
If quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient, and it's not fair. If I was to stop £0.50 for it, you'd think yourself ill-used. And yet, you don't think me ill-used when I pay a day's wages for no work.
It is Christmas Day, sir.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket, but I suppose you must have the whole day. Be here all the earlier the next morning.
Yes, sir, I will.
Scrooge and Bob started putting their coats on. The clerk left the office. Scrooge walked out behind him and turned to lock the door. When he turned back, the clerk had disappeared into the busy streets.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Scrooge set off along the pavement. All around was Christmas. People greeting each other, carols being sung. To most, beautiful sounds and sights, but to Scrooge, it made him put his chin inside his coat and walk with his head down.
Merry Christmas!